One last question. With that in mind, I believe in angels, and I believe that my higher power, the great...
That's a really softball belief in relationship with what we just said to you.
Yes.
Angels, really?
Yeah.
When all that is with you and focused with you and knowing what you want, knowing where you stand in relationship to everything that you want, and knowing what resistance you've thrown on the trail, and knowing what's likely to lead you around the resistance, and never taking our attention off of you. And you believe in angels?
Well,
we're just playing with you, but we want to bring you forward into what you just heard and what you now know. In other words, yeah, you can call them angels, you can call it infinite intelligence, you can call it whatever you want. You can call it guidance, you can call it source having your back, you can call it awareness of you and the importance of you and the blessedness of you on the minds of source energy all the time, 100% of the time, never failing you. Where are you in relationship to that?
Yeah. Well, my question is about angels. Why? This is okay, it's not about, okay. Why are angels always depicted with wings? That's my question.
Well, we were working to dispel that just now, but they're not always, but in times gone by, as humans are receiving the impulse or the image of source, it was before airplanes, it was before anything that moved very fast, and the only thing that was really getting around with any dexterity and flexibility had wings. And so the early artists depicted them like that, and the rest of you are just too lazy to draw something new. We love you so much.
We love you too.
You depict spacecraft in the same way, for the same reasons these days. But it's an interesting thing. This is, to us, the best part of this conversation. You're still standing, and it's not uncommon, as a human consciousness, thinking that source is outside of you rather than focused with you. In other words, we really want to emphasize that turning vibration to the thought, to the emotion, and to the manifestation, to the thing. We really want you to feel the evolution of all of that. We want you to accept that this is the leading edge, and that the things that are evolving and expanded to here, that this is what all that is focused forward about, you see. And so it's an interesting thing. You are witnessing an interesting vibrational interpretation. That's what Esther is doing. She meditated, she's practiced, she can find the frequency of Abraham, so she can tune right in to the vibration that is us. She can receive our blocks of thought so that the words flow seamlessly, but still they are only words that then you have to translate back into something that makes sense to you. And every word that Esther finds, and every intent that we offer, that is the basis of every word that Esther finds, is offered because we want you to remember and maybe rediscover the very important role you play in this leading edge translation of all that is. Humans want to separate themselves. You want God to be something outside of you for the most part, and you want to be something that is subservient to that. You want to do the right things so that you will be blessed by that. But so few humans really get it, that you are the living, breathing extensions of that, and that all of that is flowing to you for the fulfillment of that which it is. Source and you are one in the same. And if it were not for the bogus ideas that you have about it that cause you to block yourself and not allow the fullness of it, you'd all be flying around with ease and dexterity and confidence and certainty and love, and most of all, joy. You'd be having a much better time if you could really understand your part in all of this. Man wants to make himself not the most important part when you are the most important part. You're on the leading edge. You're sifting and sorting and defining personally that which is new, and all that is backing you up, just eager for you to find the new that you want. And then when you find it, we are all flowing to it, through you and to it, whether you allow yourself to be part of that or not. Isn't that interesting? So many people sorting and sifting and asking, and in their asking, the universe is expanding. And the very people who are causing the expansion of the universe are often the same ones that are beating the drum of the problem that caused them to ask for the expansion, and personally depriving themselves of being the living example of the very expansion that they have created. And that's what this gathering is about, to help you not be those, to help you be those who revel in your own creation, who take joy in what life has inspired within you, who consciously connect. To consciously co-create with source energy, to consciously co-create with source energy, to really understand your angels, to really understand the benefit that they provide and the importance that they are to you and the importance that you are to them, and then to cooperatively co-create for the joy, not for the necessary expansion. The necessary expansion is happening whether you know that it is or not. You don't have to know any of this to fulfill your reason for being here. You don't have to know. To be who you meant to be, to mix it up, to come to new ideas, to give birth to all those rockets of desires, you're doing your part in this expanding universe. You are. But you're supposed to be having fun while you're doing it. It'd be the difference between going to a movie and creating the movie. The difference between reading a book and writing the book. The difference between feeling it and just hearing words about it. The difference between trying to describe what love is and feeling what love is. In other words, you're out here. You are the manifestation, you see. That's why you have all of this seeing and hearing and smelling and tasting and touching. That's why you have the emotions that let you feel the fullness of what you are synthesizing. It doesn't get any better than being who you are out here on this leading edge. It's really a good time for you to embrace it, to know it, to revel in it, to be it. Yeah.
That's good. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. That's not. You don't want to wake Esther up. It's not quite like that, but it does distract her. And we want her undivided attention here with us.